As dusk slowly unveils the contours of the world, he begins his search. The mist of his breath fades into faint clouds as his nose catches fragments of his past. Familiar, yet fading scents still linger in the valley, scents that remind him of the ancient paths his ancestors once followed. Paths that lead to the shelter of the forest, a safe haven for those in need. Every detail of these paths, every turn, every tree marking the boundary, is deeply embedded in the pack's memory, ready to unfold like a map revealing itself. His pack would have followed these trails instinctively in their flight. Rafael follows them now, his steps so silent that even the wind seems unaware of his presence. Sometimes, he discovers traces of those who once walked here, the clumsy steps of a young pup, the measured stride of an old wolf, the playful circles of cubs learning their first hunting games. But the tracks lead to nothing. There is no one here. Only silence, only emptiness. His trail fades into the sand, like the memory of his pack, dissolving into the wind. As the last rays of sunlight paint the sky in shades of orange, he reaches the edge of the Dübener Heide, a borderland between worlds, where vast forests and heathlands merge. The heath stretches out like a sea, gently rippling in a soft breeze. Here, on the land where his mother Yera was born, he lifts his head to the sky and howls, a blend of loneliness and hope. His song cuts through the evening silence, a message of longing for reunion. He knows that somewhere in this vast expanse, members of his pack must still be out there, waiting for a sign to restore their unity. He hopes that, somewhere far away, his message will be heard. With the fall of night comes the cold. Every shadow seems deeper, every sound more ominous. Rafael searches for a safe place, a place that offers shelter. He finds it near a fallen tree. Here, in the embrace of nature, he surrenders his weary body to rest. He curls up, his thick silver-grey fur a bastion against the cold. No warm fur beside his own. Only the cold, only the darkness. When he wakes in the early morning, a dense veil of mist obscures the landscape from his sight. It is as if the world has withdrawn into silence. Hunger drives him into the deep forests. Like an almost invisible shadow, he moves between the trees, his presence betrayed only by the occasional flicker of motion. His paws glide soundlessly over a moss-covered path, a path that can only be found by those who know the heart of this land. And then, in the golden morning haze, he sees it. In a clearing, a deer stands alone, grazing peacefully. Hunting is a delicate balance between patience and speed, something his father once taught him. But now, without his father, without his pack, Rafael must rely on his instincts, on the ancient knowledge woven into his blood. He lowers himself into a stalking stance, muscles coiled. His leap is effortless, a movement ingrained in his very being. His teeth find their mark, a touch of death and life, unyielding and raw. It is a moment of triumph. A testament that even without his pack, he can survive. He moves on while winter, stubborn and slow, begins to loosen its grip on the land. In the distance, the forest begins to part. The air feels lighter, carrying a trace of something awakening, something like spring. The trees step back, and the land exhales, a vastness unfolds, wide and unguarded, almost without shelter. Here, In the open field near the city Pratau in Germany, the river Elbe carves her path. In the distance, he sees the faint outlines of a farmhouse, a silhouette against the evening sky. Light spills from its windows, warm and inviting to those who belong there. This is a world where he does not belong, yet one he must pass through, searching for those who were once his world. He hesitates. Here, in the open fields, he is visible, vulnerable. But there is no other way. He ventures into the open, skirting the edges. The earth feels different beneath his paws, deeper, plowed, shaped by hands rather than by the wind. Among the shrubs, he finds the shelter he seeks. Here, on the threshold between the world of wolves and men, he remains unseen, a silent passerby, fading into the landscape.